Hey everybody, Scorpion here. So we're going to strip out the Sherwood, I guess it's a receiver is what they used to call them for the old stereo systems, when you had multiple boxes for different things. So this is it right here. I've already taken all the screws out of it. It was probably 20 screws in the back of it, 4 in the bottom, 2 on each side. All kinds of stuff. Right through there, yeah, I probably missed one. But let's tear this thing down, see what we can find in it.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Alright, so let's see what we can find here. Of course, this is shredded. I've got a little board here. I've already cut the power wire off of it. Cut the end off of that. That's going to be shredded. I'm right-handed. Let's move y'all around a little bit. Maybe you can see a little bit better this way. So I used to unplug everything. Now I just cut the wire to plug. Because the plug can go with the shred or the board or whatever. So wow, why spend all that time breaking it down? I used to spend all that time taking this stuff out too, and I don't do that anymore either. So as I said, I already pulled all the screws out from the outside. There was 4 in the bottom. That's going to be for this transformer. Get this big old thing out the way. There's a lot of weight to that. As old as this is, I would say that's probably copper in it, but really can't always tell. See what we got. We'll get the rest of it a little bit. I do try to get as close as I can to the plugs, but it doesn't always work that way. Alright, so that's most of the wire out the way. Silver. Plenty more screws. back to that. It's mainly your power source there. It's kind of neat. It had two plugs in the back. I've never seen one with that before. I'll get back to that. Again, this is from the era when they built stuff to last, not throw everything away. Makes a real difference in how long it takes you to get in them, and also in scrap value. We'll get back to that. I thought I took all the screws out, but I missed some. Oh, that's going to be shred. Alright, so these little boards, not really anything on them. So we're going to take those and toss those into the shred. Got a flat pack on there, and let's see if I can get it right. I believe that's going to be gold in those three plugs. So here you sit with a few rolls of copper. Gold. Normally I just like to do that. Gives you a little bit of space to get a hold of it and get it off of there. Have to fight so much. There's your little number 2 copper. So, there really isn't anything else on that board really worth messing with. But as you can see on the inside, and not all, but most of them do have a metal backing. So that would make those number 2 copper once you clean them up. Removing the clips while I'm taking the piece off, so I don't have to go back and do that again. Because all of these are mounted to this great big piece of aluminum. It's the heat sink. Sounds like a battery in my drill starting to get worn a little bit. So, as you can see, metal back. So those can be cleaned up and turned into number 2 copper. These aren't worth anything. You can just leave those little ones on the board. Some of those are still have the metal in them and you can clean them up to that, but if it's not showing me metal, I'm rolling on. You do want to make sure you clean your heat sink up a little bit. Some places are super picky about it. It's just a little something on there. Most of the time it's not that big of a deal, but just scratch over them once or twice. Now you can take a paper towel and just wipe that right off. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it because clean aluminum heat sinks I melt. These. So, it's not steel. Might be stainless steel or aluminum. So let's see how easy it cuts. Bends and cuts is pretty easy, so I'd say that's going to be aluminum. Toss that into my aluminum heat sinks. Don't worry if I drop it in that pot and it don't melt. I'll know it was steel and I'll just pick it up out of there. So that's all you got to do for these to get those MOSFETs off of there. Normally we want to try to cut the legs kind of close to the board because they're copper too. But again, you can't get everything. Sometimes you just got to go for comfort. Careful, the ends that you cut are sharp. As I'll try to cut myself on one. See? Sacrifice to the scrap gods right there. So the rest of this will go in as shred. I'll take all these and put them with my other MOSFETs. I'm gonna tell you, I can feel the weight in my hand. It's a pretty good amount of weight there. Got all that nastiness. Alright, so front panel. 800 screws. So as I was taking that off, I'm checking stuff out, seeing if there's anything I'm interested in. And of course, there's a flat pack here. The rest of the board mainly looks empty. The knob is probably holding it. Now that's plastic knobs. Some of these are aluminum. So make sure you check your knobs. So that's holding it in. Some of these are stainless, some of them are aluminum, some of them are just steel. Some of them are brass. Do like me and just mainly just toss them in shred, not worry about it. They're tiny, tiny, tiny. Alright, Alright, so we got a little plug here. Nothing else on it. Just more wire. There's your on off switch. Might be silver in there. They're both going to shred. This is trash. One of these is the volume and one of them's the tuner. That's probably the tuner. That's the volume, because this one's smooth and this one you can feel the little notches. Shred. There's the display. These little push buttons most of the time have little silver buttons underneath them if that's something you're interested in. Looking at this plug, and it looks like there's gold inside that plug. Same thing for this plug. But that's basically it on that. This part here, you got fuses which have silver in them. That looks like that might be some type of copper wire. I'll just let it go with it because it's kind of funny looking. I'll definitely pull the transformer off, throw it in motors. That's probably brass right there if I want to pull those out. Can't forget the big old transformer. Should we test it and see what's in it? Not going to be one we can get to real easy. It's got that big copper tape around it on the outside. So we'll check it some other time. Now we get back to the main board. See if we see anything we want. So that's probably switches. There's probably some silver contacts in there. This board is attached pretty well. It's got a couple MOSFETs on there, but I'm not seeing anything great. It's got a few things on there. We may pull that off. Start by removing this aluminum heatsink. It's got a MOSFET in it with a metal back, so you take that screw out and that'll come out. You have to make sure you pull the pins out of these. Quite often they have pins going down in the board. That's the only way you can get it clean. Pins are out. Screws out. MOSFET's out. So now that's clean extruded aluminum. And these legs on this would be kind of a brass color. I'll let that go with shred. Let's see if we can get these boards off of here. There's some goodies on them that I would like to be able to show y'all and get off of here. Well, that probably didn't work. I know, I can hear y'all. Oh no, he broke it. Doesn't matter, y'all, we're scrapping. Alright, so if you can see in here, there's still one IC chip left. Over here you've got, let's count the legs. It's 8 legs. Technically that's an IC chip. IC chip has to have 6 legs or more, 3 on each side or more. Flat pack ICs, and that's pretty much it on there. Probably some brass in this if you wanted to take that off. But this one has some big flat packs, a couple ICs, couple small flat packs, 2 aluminum heat sinks, and I missed that on here. You have a crystal oscillator on here too. Super easy to take off. There's also one over here. It's all about using the right tool, folks. It's like so much easier. I'll clean those up the same way I did the others. And I'll break this board out and remove some of these flat packs and IC chips. So basically that's it. There's all kinds of little goodies in some of this stuff. You just have to look for it. There's even some hidden on the back side. So don't let them fool you. Hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time.